Where is your confidence? In this video, I'm going to talk about how you can be confident in yourself and how you can enhance your confidence. This is Michael with Aimed Intentions. Thanks for joining me today. Really excited to have you. I think I'm just going to start with some of the insight I have saved in my other. Look at that. So, really, having confidence is about your mindset, right? If you can change your mind, you can change your life. I love that. I hope all you are doing well today. Here's another good one. Sometimes God takes you on a journey you didn't know you needed to bring you everything you ever wanted. Trust His plan. Confidence sometimes has a lot to do with believing in a higher power in your faith. Life means to have something definite to do, a mission to fulfill. In the measure in which we avoid setting our life to something, we make it empty. Human life, by its very nature, has to be dedicated to something. To have confidence, you need to work on creating the vision for your life based on the mission. Just like businesses have mission statements, you should have a mission statement. It's so important to have something that you're working for, something that you can put your skills towards developing. It's so important. Once you have your skills, your habits build the foundation to bringing forth your mission into a reality. What is the backbone of how you can, be confident? You know, I love this. You have three currencies: knowledge, time, and money. When you need one, use the other two to get it. It's kind of an interesting way to think about life. I'm a firm believer that knowledge is power. I think that's Captain Planet for those of you who are 90s children. But I value my education, but my education isn't needless. It all has a purpose. The more educated I've become, the more I use that as a skill that I put into my value implementation. Sometimes people need a schedule to be confident because it gives them the system and the backbone with which they can thrive off of to enhance their confidence. 9 p.m. to 9 a.m., no social media. I mean, that's a good tip just in general for your well being. 20 minutes of workout, 20 minutes of sun time. I think that means being outside. 20 minutes meditation. That way you can work on yourself and have the mindset to be confident. Stretch in the morning and evening. Drink plenty of water. I think this is important is that your home life builds upon your confidence in your work life and your professional vocational life. One date and night with yourself or your partner. I think this is great because you're you're making your family a priority. And isn't that what this is all about? Your confidence is an attribute that you can use in your skill sets to bring value to the world. One guilt free lazy night, no phones. I mean, that's you don't want to waste that guilty night doom scrolling, but this could be a night of recuperation, an hour of mental health session, I have a friend that I regularly meet with about once a month over lunch. He's part of my relationship capital, uh, not in a dating sense, but more in a professional friendship sense. And sometimes just talking about philosophies of life, business, it's so important. One weekend completely free of work. Well, this is hard for me. I work most weekends. Um, it's just kind of way my career worked out, but I'm usually working on the weekend. But I do think that having a day to declutter life is important. And I also think it's important to have a day of wellness, whatever it is for you. But I usually kind of use that as a haircut or a family day. It's an interesting philosophy that you can use to be the backbone of a system to become confident. Go ahead and put that on the feed for y'all. Let's see what else we can find here. This seems interesting. Like I said, a lot of this is live and unscripted. 9 soft skills to fast track your career. Well, this is a good way to enhance your confidence. Make people feel important. The SHR method. Your formula to be charismatic, seen, give eye contact, and do a specific compliment. Be heard. Ask good questions. Be interested, not interesting. That's good. It's the value of listening. Remembered. Follow up. Remember names. Recall something you discussed. I often like to ask people about their families. Mostly it's a memory tactic for me. But if someone mentions they have a kid, I'll usually bring that up in that, oh, how's your weekend with your son at the baseball game or what have you. I find that is a good strategy and it really helps me feel confident in my human interactions with others. Hone your body language. 7-38-55 rule. People will like or dislike you based on communication based on 7% on the words, 30% on tonality and face, 55% on body language. I'm a big believer in how you present yourself is so important. At work, I usually am wearing business attire where a lot of my other colleagues wear scrubs. I think this really helps give me a sense of professionalism and enhances my communication, but it also helps my body language. Wearing a jacket and tie, I stand up straight, I pull my shoulders back, I tend to make eye contact. Handshakes are important. Master the 4 bullet update. Powerful, busy, Powerful people are busy. They might not remember what they asked you to do. Give an update with this outline. So this is good if you're middle management or even wanting to get into middle management. Here's what you asked me to do. Here's what I did. Here are the risks, blockers, if any. If given more time, I do this. Wow, that's a nice strategy. Record and study your speaking. Honestly, this is part of the reasons why I started going live is because I watch how I communicate. I've already started to eliminate the ums, but it's helping me be a better communicator. 99% won't do this. Be the outlier. Best communicator I know told me her secret. She records her calls and then she replays them and studies them like an athlete watching game film. She'll cut ums and likes. It's already worked for me. I think it's very important. I have always worked on the way I verbally communicate. Part of my introvert self, but this has really helped me watching myself communicate on video. Ask rapport building questions. I start every meeting with rapport building questions. Build bonds with these questions. What neighborhood are you in? Do you have any siblings, kids? How'd you meet your partner? Any fun? I mean, your network is your net worth. Yeah, they say that you are who the 5 people around you are. Um, the 5 people you interact with are you're the summation of them. I think that's extremely important. Send Friday highlights. If you're new to the team, do this to build trust. I did this. So in my career, I uh, coordinated the education. It's continuing medical education for the hospital medicine section where I work. And after every grand rounds, which was an education session, I emailed out a summary of what happened, uh, and that gave a lot of validity to what I had to say. One, it's marketing yourself, and two, you're building trust not only with your group, but you're relaying the information that they just heard. So it's a way to validate that what you say usually comes with the truths that are built. Um, you could do this in multiple different ways. Highlights from the prior week, big tasks completed, people network with extracurriculars, upcoming activities. Yeah, this is how I structured it. Like last week, you heard this lecture. This upcoming week, here's what you have looking forward to. It's a coding lecture or uh, what have you. That I did that for a long time. Um, it also helps people plan their life. Build trust, hold yourself accountable, tactfully self promote. Yeah, that's I said that. Have everything you need. Uh, come time for self reviews. Yeah, don't complain or gossip ever. No one likes to hear complaining. So why do we do it to ourselves? Respectfully standing up for yourself is different. Okay. And when you talk bad about others, people wonder if you talk about. Yeah, I mean, I could work on this. I definitely could work on gossiping. I don't complain. I do gossip and share. So I need to improve on that because that's true. People wonder if you talk bad about them too. And then you just have this sense of like people thinking that you think that you're better than them. And that really isn't a good way to portray yourself. Remember all the names. That's a good way to sound confident. Give yourself a personal MBA. It looks like this guy's just promoting himself. I have something similar on how to improve your productivity. I've talked about that in the past. I like that though. Yeah, so I think a lot of these skills, um, yeah, they're great for fast tracking your career, but I think they also have a ability that if you implement them, you'll start to become more confident over time in how you interact with the world in a professional sense, and then they'll translate to your personal life as well. Um, oh, there's an yeah. This is another way to help yourself. It's Arnold Schwarzenegger's quote. He's talking about complaining here. I have a rule: no complaining about a situation unless you're prepared to do something to make it better. If you see a problem and you don't come to the table with a potential solution, I don't want to hear your whining about it. It couldn't be that bad if it hasn't motivated you to fix it. That is so true. Um, other I'm more aware whenever I'm doing but this will be a sense of how you become more confident in life if you do this. If you become not a complainer, but a problem solver in how you approach the world, you will inherently become more confident because when you complain about something, a problem at work, you're really saying, I don't agree with this situation. And that's one everyone's first instinct. But can you take your level of thinking higher? If you can take that level of thinking higher to here's this problem, I don't like it. Here are the facts and characteristics of this problem. Here's how I'd like to address them, or here's a potential solution. You've shown people that you have this ability to problem solve and create value, and with that comes confidence. If you keep on doing this type of practice time over time, I think two more here will be good. Just So I like this. If you understand what is in your control and within your influence, it'll give you a sense of confidence, I believe. So you are in control of your actions, responses, values, beliefs, choices, what I take responsibility for, how I spend my free time, how I engage. And your influence is your health, well being, your friendships, relationship dynamics, my reputation, certain aspects of future, work environment, my finances. But here are the things that aren't in your control. So don't even, it's hard to say. It's easy to say, but hard to react. This takes practice. But these aren't in your control. So if you complain about them and you get upset about them and you let them affect your life, you're not going to have that sense of confidence. But if you do take into control these aspects on the left here and in the middle, it will inherently give you an aura of confidence in how you interact with the world. Overthinking versus clarity. Victoria Repa. What if I fail? So this is the overthinking. This is having clarity over it. So I think if you change your mindset, it'll give you a sense of confidence in how you interact with this situation. So this is your initial thoughts, but this is how you can train your mind to better think about things. What if I fail? Failure is a chance to grow. I'll never have enough time. I'm doing my best with the time I have. I can't stop over analyzing this. I'm focusing on what's within my control. Back to the last point. I'm scared of what might happen. I trust myself to adapt. I wish I could change the past. I'm focusing on what I can do today. What if they don't like me? I'm staying true to who I am. Whoa, I love that. I'll never achieve my goals. Small steps lead to big results. I'm not as talented as other. Effort is more important than talent. Back to my favorite saying, the capacity to do work will outperform talent any day. I can't handle all this stress. I'm prioritizing what matters most. I'll never be good enough. I'm proud of the progress so far. I love that. Give that a repost also. Folks, here's what I have to say. Being confident is about changing your mindset. Mindset changes don't happen overnight. This takes practice. And it's so important to learn how you can change the world and how you interact with it by understanding how to change your mindset. So, what I can share with you is I wasn't a confident person for a long part of my life. However, I started to educate myself and build my skill set. And then once I changed my skill set, I learned how to learn different points of view and how to interact with the world. And I started building up my soft skills. And I started displaying better uh, posture and learning how to interact with the world and being composed. And with that, I've become more confident over time. So that's what I can share with you is that if you can learn how to change your mindset and apply some of these strategies and insights that I've shared, I think it can slowly over time help you become more confident. And once you're more confident, you can learn how to use that skill of confidence to learn how to bring value to the world and enhance your value proposition, not only in your professional life, but also in your personal life, also. Build the legacy you always wanted. All right, that's all I have for you today. This is Aimed Intentions. My name is Michael. Like, subscribe, and I hope to see you on the next one.